the nature of being at the top of the podium for most of the last couple of years demonstrates the power of what they've been able to create and the racing, pedigree and prowess and Max Verstappen's results.
This is the championship winning car from the 2023 season, and it won an unprecedented 21 out of 22 races.
Obviously the most successful F1 car ever made.
So my role as a project engineer is to manage the workflow from the aerodynamicist to the wind tunnel, and then from what we take from the wind tunnel to the full-size car, I make sure every department following gets the information they need at the time they need, and we get ultimately the parts that we want on the car when we want them on the car, and the parts that we want equal performance.
Innovation, ambition and boldness.
It's absolutely at the cutting edge of technology, of performance, of aerodynamics, of everything that goes into the cars that are behind us to ultimately achieve and be the very best in the world.
We want the car to aesthetically look different, of course, and run differently, but fundamentally, most fans will look at that and go, that's the same car as last year. There are wholesale changes across this car, across many different platforms, but I can look at each car and I can see the difference straight away.
Every component that we have on the RB19 is a new component to RB18. It's just a progression of that, an improvement on what we had in RB18. RB18 itself won 17 races, which was pretty hard to beat, but to have RB19 beat that and win 21 out of 22 races was just something that was a phenomenal achievement, really.
And something like the RB19 and the success it had was unprecedented. We couldn't get our heads around it every weekend. We were like, wow, it's a rocket ship. Especially when you put someone like Max Verstappen behind the wheel, it's going to be the quickest thing ever. But yeah, I think when you have to retire a car as successful as the RB19, that was a hard one, for sure.
From the start to the finish of a design of an F1 car, there is no start, there is no finish. Certainly with the RB19. We started with RB18. We started thinking about the fundamental things that we could change for a new car from that. That starts middle of the year before we need that car, and then it never really ends. Everything is changed, race on race.
So I think as soon as the car was almost introduced, there was a big sense almost of that had to be the expected position at the end of the season. If you look back a little bit at this, right, I don't think anybody expected the car to completely dominate in the way that it did through the 2023 championship season, but there was certainly a kind of this is the car.
The first meeting we had at Licensing Expo in Las Vegas in 23, that was June 23, and this is where we realized that there was something really, really special happening.
We at Agostini, we are always looking for what we think is going to be the next ultimate build-up collectible model experience.
So this relationship goes at all different levels. Obviously the model itself, in terms of creating the most accurate replica model.
I always knew with it being the Agostini model that it was going to be to the highest level. Having seen stuff throughout the years, I knew that level of detail would be amazing, and I was blown away when I saw it, especially today looking at it now. I can't take my eyes off of it.
There is probably nothing as close to the original RB19 that you can see behind me that you can build yourself and have in your own home as what we have right in front of us. In terms of characteristics, it's made from die-cast metal and moulded ABS with rubber tyres that you can see here as well, and front wheels that turn with the rotation of the steering wheel.
The amazing thing with the model, right, the Agostini RB19, is how you're looking at this exact replica match to the car that's also here in the museum. Every element of it, down to the proportions, the shapes, the surfaces, the finishing, the livery that it wears. It's that recreation of what you normally watch racing on television.
I think it's incredibly accurate. What Agostini have done with it is great. I was really surprised at just the level of detail that every part has gone to, and every part has from all the hangers on the front wing to the floor edge to the colour. The colour scheme is matched perfectly, and what Agostini have done is great.
This is something that brings all the fans a little bit closer to their favourite racing team, but it also works in a relationship in terms of the content of the magazine, to be able to create the story and that connection with the fans, and being able to give content that is very authentic and go through the journey of that build experience with every magazine.
Look, it's beautiful. The level of detail is just incredible, and I might take this and run it home to my house. I think it's that nice.